Peace, infinite waters, diving deep once again. Beautiful deep divers, we are home, sweet home, baby, with that bird up there in nature. But are you stuck in the matrix? It's a beautiful day today, but are you stuck in the matrix? 10 uncomfortable signs you're exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you. Let's just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. So I've been diving deep for a long time and I connect with a lot of highly awake people. Their third eye is open, they're super awake. But lately, I've been connecting with a lot of people who aren't awake, okay? But they're interested, okay? Maybe you are awake, but you're still stuck in the matrix, okay? I got a good question that came in. Ralph, yes. How does one know when one is leaving the matrix? Now, The Matrix was a fantastic film. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it right now after this video. That reality is not what it seems, okay? And right now on the planet, massive awakenings are taking place. A lot of people wake up saying, what on earth is happening? Before you scratch your head, we ain't even had breakfast yet. Can I get a hello? So let me share with you what's helped me to become my greatest version. I watched The Matrix many years ago, and I was like, wow, such an amazing film with a great message. When I talk of The Matrix, what am I talking of? I'm talking about a control structure. The world has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth, Neo. What truth? That you are a slave, born into a prison that you cannot touch, taste, or smell. A prison for your mind, right? So when I talk of the Matrix, I'm not just talking about institutions and the government. I'm talking about our internal matrix, which in essence are limiting subconscious belief systems. Slow motion this side. How do you know you are exiting the matrix? The first uncomfortable sign you're exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you is that physically, mentally, and emotionally, you are ready. You are so ready to enter a new phase of your life, okay? So once again, the matrix being a control system, a limiting belief, something that keeps you in an arrested state of development. Let's talk physically, okay? I'm a skater. Now, there was a time I was just practicing the same trick over and over again, afraid to try something else. So I was stuck in a matrix. And that's what's happening to so many people in our society. You get stuck with the same old shit, the same old routine, right? Afraid to venture into the new, into the unknown. So I'm like, I'm gonna try a new trick today. Woo! Just did a hard flip. I broke out of the pre-existing matrix to enter a new reality. Slow motion this side. Emotionally, let's talk about that. You are no longer just reacting. You have learned the power of responding. How responding is where you collect yourself, okay? You gather your thoughts. And then you're like, is this the best way to go about this situation? So you are entering a new phase emotionally, spiritually, okay? You, for the first time, are realizing that the power is you. The power has been with you all along. And therefore, you are no longer externalizing your power to gurus. You are the power. You are the power. Cat down the road, tell them, you are the power. Meow. Exactly, okay? That's a sign you are exiting the matrix. It's uncomfortable because sometimes when you are entering a new reality, everything looks strange and foreign, but in the end, it becomes pretty beautiful. What's the second uncomfortable sign you're exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you? Nobody, not even the cat down the road. Hello? You are tired of being a slave and ready to be the master. That's right. You are no longer content with just having a regular drone job that's making you feel miserable. You're like, Ralph, I know there's more. I know I didn't come to planet Earth just to be a slave. I don't care if the Anunnaki created human beings to be slaves. I am not going to be a slave, Ralph. That's better. Tell them, right? That's a sign you are exiting the matrix once again being the control system for the mind to keep you in bondage. You are now shattering that limiting paradigm to enter a whole new reality. You are ready to be the master, to be your own boss, to let work for you. It's not about suffering. I started to realize I was exiting the matrix because I'm like, I saw one guy on television many years ago on a talk show program, and he's like, I'm just going to do what I want. I thought, this guy is crazy. Get a regular job. What are you talking about? Well, I'm doing exactly what he was talking about. I'm doing whatever I want every single day because I've exited the matrix. I'm allowing work to work for me. I don't have a job. I don't do work. I have a lifestyle. What's the third uncomfortable sign you are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you? You're shocking everyone. Oh my gosh. In how you're dressing. Oh my gosh, look at her. Look at him. In how you're eating, 7-day vegan challenge. I can't believe you're a vegan. Where are you going to get your protein? Spirulina, complete source of protein. Where else? Chia seeds, complete source of protein. Where else? Flax seeds. I'm still scared for you. What are you doing with your life? I'm exiting the matrix, Mom. Okay? And sometimes it can become very uncomfortable because even those closest to us when we are having our awakening may not know us. They're like, you're not the same anymore. You used to watch the TV. Now you don't. You got that right. So sometimes it's uncomfortable because you know the truth, but other people do not understand your truth. It's okay. Okay, I'm here to tell you that it's okay if people don't understand your journey. That's why it's your journey, it's not theirs. You see, I learned this, that it's okay to shock people. Because once again, you are exiting the matrix. You realize you came here to be free. I said, being free is your birthright. Okay, so instead of just listening to everybody outside of you, for the first time, you are listening to yourself. You are switching off the radio, the television, even the computer, and you are turning on your mind, your heart, your brain, slow motion this side, right? And for the first time, you are listening to yourself, okay? And that's why you are shocking everybody, because it is a total transformation in your life right now. That's how you know you are exiting the matrix. And nobody can stop you. Come back here. You can't stop them. Right? What's the fourth uncomfortable sign? You are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you. It is this. Money, like you're around your friends and stuff on a Saturday afternoon, or it could be a Wednesday afternoon, and everybody's talking about financial success. They're like, hey, let's make lots of money. And you're like, yeah, that's cool and everything, but I don't worship money. Okay, money is just a piece of paper and it's fiat currency, not even backed by anything. Okay, do the research. It's just a piece of paper. Money is real because it's a collective belief system. So it's uncomfortable because you have to break it to them like that. You use money, but you don't become used by money. Slow motion this side. Because you realize money is a dangerous master, but a beautiful servant. So you are using money as a tool. You don't dislike money. You don't worship money. You just use money for what it is, right? Just a tool. But you realize you are the currency. That's why they call money currency, because it's based on energy. Like I've said before, it's all about how you feel, which will determine what you attract. So that's a sign you are exiting the matrix. When you're not so crazy over money, you just use the paper. You're already abundant. You're already a nature trillionaire. In fact, you're priceless. Exactly. What's the fifth uncomfortable sign you are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you? What's the difference between this and this? How is this different from this? What is this, Ralph? Picture a sheep with her baby lamb, and then picture a mother with her child, her baby child. What's the difference between this and this 7-day vegan challenge? That is an uncomfortable sign you are exiting the matrix, because for the first time, you are making the link and making the connection that all life forms are just as equal, are precious, and deserve respect. What? Slow motion this side. There is no difference between a sheep showing affection to her baby lamb and a mother showing affection to her child. It's universal love. Okay, so 7-day vegan challenge, shout out to everybody doing it. You are exiting the matrix if you now have compassion for other life forms. Good on you. Well done. What's the sixth uncomfortable sign you're exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you? Nobody can stop you. Question marks around you. Oh my gosh, that's right. They're popping up here, there, and everywhere because you are questioning your reality. Recognize real lies. Slow motion this side. You're questioning the media. The media, where does the word come from? We are talking about the Greek goddess Medea, who one of her traits was to be cunning. So you have to do your research and see how it's all tied into place. Knowledge is power. Wisdom applied is an even greater power. So you are having question marks around you. Question marks are your bodyguard. You're not just blindly following and accepting. You are questioning your reality to seek the truth. It can become very uncomfortable. It was for me. It was for me. It was for me along my early journey because I was reading massive books and I'm like, oh my gosh. It was literally changing my paradigm. I thought I actually knew what planet Earth was until I started to dive deep and realize I don't know anything, right? And that's the mark of true wisdom. I know nothing. Okay, that means I've opened up the window to learn more. I am an eternal student, and that's what makes me wise. So if you are questioning your reality, questioning the mainstream media, news, and not believing everything you hear, and starting to think for yourself, you are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you. It can become uncomfortable. It can become uncomfortable because sometimes you might be by yourself. Get used to being alone. But in the end, you will be free. What's the seventh uncomfortable sign, baby? you are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you. You would rather go for the most magnificent hike in the mountains than be stuck in a crowded city full of pollution. That's beautiful, Ralph. Exactly. It's only uncomfortable if you have a problem with being alone sometimes, right? But it's so beautiful. And that's a sign you are exiting the matrix. When you're like, actually, I would rather go to the beach right now, place my feet in the warm sand, practice hydromancy, which is water divination, stare at the beautiful waves. Hydromancy was the ancient Greek practice of how staring at water can actually heal you. Slow motion this side. You are now exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you because you have chosen to go hiking instead of being stuck in traffic where people are yelling at you from the back and you're like, go away, right? So once again, that's a beautiful sign. It can become uncomfortable when you are venturing. I've been to so many remote places on planet Earth, and sometimes it is very uncomfortable because once again, I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. But in the end, oh, I'm smiling, baby. Oh, yes, I am. What's the 8th uncomfortable sign you are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop me? Nobody can stop you. You are very unhappy about the world. You are very unhappy about the world. You see, the truth will set you free, but it will piss you off first. So it happened to me along my journey. It happened, okay? I was being set free from the truth, but I was pissed off first because I'm like, why didn't anybody tell me this at school? Like, why am I learning all of this now? Like the hidden history of planet Earth right now. Then I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm really annoyed right now. But instead of drowning in my sorrows, feeling sorry for myself, I was unhappy about the state of the world, and then I actually did something about it. That is a sign you are exiting the matrix, a magnificent sign you are exiting the matrix, and nobody can stop you because you're not happy with the state of the world and you are actually doing something to change it for the better. What's the 9th uncomfortable sign you are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you? You are connecting with people who are in new earth. You see, there is old earth, which is the old mindset of control, the matrix mindset, and there is new earth, new Atlantis, new Lemuria, okay? New earth is the new mindset that we are infinite beings. We are multidimensional beings having a human experience. And because of this, you are connecting with people who are on the same frequency as yourself, the same vibration as yourself, and who are on the same mission as yourself. Now, it gets a little bit uncomfortable when your old friends are calling you and they're like, I want to hang out with you. I really want to hang out with you. But you're like, I just can't, because once again, you are at a different place right now. You've just gone through a massive awakening to what the matrix really is. And then you got old friends who want to pull you back into the matrix and you're like, I'm sorry, maybe next lifetime, right? However, the beautiful part of it, right? The beautiful part of it, the magnificent part of it is that you get to form beautiful new connections, new friendships. We are never alone. The universe always sends someone, okay? And what's the 10th uncomfortable sign? You are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you. Let's just, woo! Breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Instead of fighting the old world, no more of that. You're not interested in fighting the matrix because once again, the matrix isn't out there. It's all in your mind. Okay? It is all in your mind. And because of that, you are no longer giving your attention to the old world. Instead of fighting the old world, you are using that energy to create a whole new world. Slow motion this side. And that is a sign, a magnificent sign, you are exiting the matrix and nobody can stop you, because you are having new insights, new information, new DNA upgrades, and life is fantastic. It gets a little bit uncomfortable sometimes when you are creating a new world, and once again, it's all new. So sometimes you're like, is this the right way to do this? Trust your heart, okay? Once again, we are living, beautiful deep divers, in the most amazing time ever. Right now, a lot of people are awakening, finding their new power that's always been inside of them. Once again, the power is you. There are guides to remind you of who you truly are, your magnificent power. Your magnificent power. And once you realize that, deep divers, well, you will just say, feels so good to be alive, baby. Can I get a hello, pet? Beautiful deep divers, we are out here in the heart of nature. Have a beautiful day. Exiting the matrix. We're just, breathing in that good ass prana, baby. Infinite waters, diving deep once again. Stay well, stay healthy. Peace. You. Free at last. Free at last. Free at last.